Hello there. Today we are going to start a new thing in UML. Let me make my screen big. And today in this video we are going to, let me check the pen please. Right. In this video we are going to see something about use case, interactions, use case diagram with stereotypes. Correct? We are going to look this in this topic or in this video. The first thing is, what is interactions? Interaction is nothing but it's a behavior that compromise set of messages which exchange between the object, which exchange it's just like a message from one object to other. What is the message? It's the way they able to communicate. A message specifies the communication. That's what I was telling you about, of communication between the object that convey information. What has to be done? What are the activities that has to be done? It may be find interaction whether object is linked to one other. If there is a link in the object, then there is something message should be written in that one. And finally you will find interaction in the context of the class also. There is a part of that one. Let me just check it out. If an object participate in interaction are either creating the things which is in the real world or in the prototype. The meaning of that interaction will come into existence when we are creating a thing or a prototype. For example, if P is the instance of a class person, it might be represented or particularly a human. Alternative, a prototype, P might be an instance of a person. It means when you are creating a class and when they want to communicate with this one, then instant is created. If there is an object which you want to communicate with others, there is an instant. The interaction will be created. Although abstract class and interface by defining may not have a direct instant, it may find there are interaction. You can think of object diagram represent a static aspect of interaction. Interaction goes further by introducing dynamic sequence. What may be the dynamic sequence that going to come down? We are going to see all those things. But the meaning of interaction is nothing but a message that passes from one object to other, from one class to other. This and what is the message that has to it. If they want to communicate, interaction is the process that goes through it. Correct? A interaction, as I told you, a link, a semantic connection. It has a meaning among the object. It generally link an instant in association. For an example, a person in an organization. A class, person is a class and its operation. Employee is associated with employer. Correct? And there is a relation 1 to n. Correct? This is association. What is that? What is the rule? Right? Person assigned a development role in organization. A person is assigned a development. What type of a development? Then there is a different thing. Whether a class has association to other class, there may be link between the instant of two class. Whether the link between the two, one object or that one message is sent to other. So if there is a link between the class, this called as interaction, and if there is a message written on that, that is what type of interaction, what type of operation is going on. Correct? This is what interaction is. Interaction, a message may be considered for an instant of an event. What is the operation for that event? When you pass a message, the action that result is executable. Statement that action is and that result is executed. The interaction may be result to change of the state. Yes, if interaction works, then there will be change of interaction. It may be invoke call of object, return the value to the caller, send a signal, create an object, destroy the object or commit. These are the operation of interactions. Correct? Calling them, return that one, send a message, create an object, destroy the object or may commit it. Correct? These are something. Now let's come to the other topic called use case diagram. The use case diagram describes the set of sequence of action. That system provide and yield by observing a result of an actor. What do you mean by actor? We are going to see that one. Every use case must have a name, different name, distinguished name from its others. The name may be a textual characters. Correct. In a use case is something like the sequence of operations, sequence of action that is going to perform. It should have a different name, distinguished name, and it is represented with the textual screen. The name alone is known as simple name, and we can also give a path name. The examples are below on the slides. Graphically, like simple use case and with the path name. Correct. These are, we are going to see more how it's going to see what is an actor and everything in this coming slides. Use case diagram help the system to analyze, to discover the requirement of target system. What are the target system? How we are going to do with the help of use case there. Provide the functional description of the system. Provide graphical representation of the user system. What kind of interaction is going to take it. Display the detailed process that occur within the application. Use to design the test cases of that particular system. Correct. The following element used in the use cases: actor, use case, system boundaries, association, relationship in use case. These are very important top points in use case. When you are creating a use case, this point has to be taken into account. An actor portrayed an entity that performs certain role. An actor that perform certain role. Correct. And it is represented with this one. Actor can be used organization or external system. It can be used by this one. It is iconic notation for an actor. Actor, iconic notation for member of an actor. Actor are responsible for giving an input to the system. It shows that stick figure. It uses use case diagram that is outside the system boundary. Okay, this is outside the system boundary. This is inside the system boundary. Member, iconic notation, which is inside the member. An outside member is represented with this one. This is an inside member which represented. Place an actor that initiate the use case from left of the use case, and actor receives the result of the appearing on the right side. So when you are using a use case, you have to use a actor place on the left and it receive the information from that one. This is your input. Let's take an example. This is an output. If an insider is used, I can use this one. Correct. This is an actor. Type of an actor, primary actor, the main user or entity which the system is designed, which can use directly. They are completely outside the system and deliver it. So what do you mean by this? This is your primary actor. Correct. This is our primary actor. Secondary actor, user, entity that supervise the operation or manage the system. This plays support role in facilitating the primary actor. Often appear more inside this one, and this is called your secondary actor. They are inside the organization that plays supporting role for that one. Correct. Often inside the system that support the system. Then use case diagram. Use case and use case diagram is visually represented for a distinct business functionalities. Use case, this one, required book, LMS request book. This functionality represented is used by use case. It's a sequence of transactions that perform in a system. The use case shows an ellipse in the use of use case diagram. Use case is used as ellipse in the use case diagram, and it represented visual representative of distinct business functionalities. So it is represented business functionalities. Business functionalities. Then system boundaries. It defined the scope what the system will do. It defined the system what system cannot be infinite function. Define the limit of the system. It shows in a rectangular box all the use cases in this one. This is your system boundaries. This is your system boundaries. This is our system boundaries. Use case, LMS, request book, issue book, return book. This is one operation. Correct. This is, we call it as scope of the boundary. system boundary. Then communication lines. Use case diagram communicate with the help of few lines that are shown between the various component. There is dependency, extend, include, use case generalization, correct? And association. In association, describe the relationship between that one, correct? And this is solid line. It is direct association, direct or and it is solid line representation is represented as direct association. It may be unidirectional or it may be bidirectional. Okay. The use case describe the between and the use of participate is drawn by solid line, means direct participation. Then we have got dependency. The relation between two use cases is basically dependence with dotted lines. So we use dotted lines. This is called like general issue, book issue, verify by library card. This is represented by dependency. And the next one is extended, dependency extended. Means it's in an extended relationship, child use case add the existing functionality character of the parent use case. So access money, this is your parent class, and withdraw money. It depended. If this satisfies, then only you can able to that. The stereotype extended define the relationship extended. This is extended one. It is represented with same way extended and your dependency are represented with the dotted lines. Correct? Then multi-city. Multi-city. How many instant actor interact with how many instant of use cases? So by default assuming one instant of an actor interact with one use case. Multiplicity indicate the number of how many times it's going to interact, how many times or how many times. So we are withdraw many, how many times I can withdraw with so many times. So it is represent without an arrow that represent how many times, multi-cities. And use case, so view represented without an arrow, it is multi-city, correct? And here generalization is your parent child relationship between the use case. So pay bill by post, by internet. So it is represented by this one, and this is your parent class and this is your child class. Child class enhancement of the parent class. Generalization has relationship between that one. And this is your use case diagram example. This is external entity. Register customer, search for a book. If register customer is the search for a book and it is there. So one more, buy a book. What is that? One search a book. An actor can include buying a book. First it is there, search a book. If it is there, then it is searching, that is valid customer. We are included. Preparing bill, pay bill. And searching a bill, yes, searching a book, it is searching a book. And admin, if this book is buy, then update the book relationship. What is there? If there are 10 books, it will be updated 9. Okay. First, you have to register with the customer. And the actor buying a book means it has to come on. Once it is registered buying a book, it has to search the book. That search book, when it comes, first it will say, because you have already registered, it's a valid customer. Once it is valid included, then prepare the bill. When he has chosen the book, prepare the bill. Then the pay. When the pay bill is over, then you update the book. Correct? This is how it was. Thank you very much. I'll stop it here.